I'm Chet Shermer. I've been practicing emergency medicine for 25 years. And I can tell you this is the most consequential moment our profession has faced since the EMR. Your hospital has an AI strategy. The question is whether you're in it or just subject to it. I sit at the intersection of clinical operations, military medicine, and AI implementation. I've watched institutions make AI decisions that directly affect physician practice without a single clinician in the room when those decisions were made. Here is how hospitals think about AI. They think about efficiency gains and cost reduction. They think about liability management through better documentation. And they think about physicians as users of AI systems, not as architects of them. That framing is not malicious, it is just incomplete. And it leads to a predictable outcome. AI tools get designed for the institution's priorities, throughput, billing, compliance, not for the clinical environment the physician actually works in. Here's the structural problem. AI strategy decisions are being made in boardrooms and vendor meetings. By the time those decisions reach the clinical floor, the architecture is already built. The contracts are signed. The integration is underway. The physician's role at that point is to adapt, not to shape. This matters more than most physicians realize. Because the physicians who are in those rooms, the ones asking informed questions about how AI tools are validated, how they are integrated, what the override mechanisms are, those physicians will have disproportionate influence over how AI is used in their institutions for the next decade. The physicians who aren't in those rooms will spend that decade managing consequences. So, how do you get to the table? You don't need to be an AI engineer. You don't need to understand machine learning at a technical level. You need to become the physician who asks the right questions, who engages IT and administration before deployment, not after, who treats AI literacy as a clinical leadership competency, the same way you treat quality improvement or patient safety. The leverage window is open right now. Institutions are still figuring out their AI governance structures. Clinical champions are being identified. Physician input is being solicited, sometimes genuinely, sometimes performatively. Either way, showing up with informed questions is far better than not showing up at all. You don't need to become an AI expert. You need to become the person who asks the right questions in the right rooms. Start now. Learn the vocabulary. Understand the deployment process. Know what outcome data to request. Know what governance questions to raise. Because the window to shape how AI enters your practice is closing, and once the architecture is built, you are no longer a designer. You are a user. This video is part of a series on AI and emergency medicine. I'll keep breaking these down.